Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the pixellab.net. Today I have a review of MovieType. And John Dickinson over at MotionWorks has been working on this for quite a while and finally released it. And I got my hands on a copy, so I'd like to kind of walk you through it real quick and get you my thoughts on it. First thing I want to say is when I saw the teasers a while ago, I was not super excited about it and not super impressed. It looked very much like a preset package, which I don't know about you, but being kind of a creative guy in the industry, I have somewhat an aversion to preset style things, packages of presets. I feel like you should buy something that's going to make you more creative and like tools to help you be more creative, but not necessarily preset packs, which are kind of like a crutch. But after looking at this product, I'm actually changed my mind on it. And I think this is much more of a useful tool than it is a preset. And while it does have presets, I think these really are more like fundamental building blocks that you can be creative with. Let's go ahead and look at some of these type presets. There's a bunch of different folders here, and these will basically import a scene with some really cool type animations. And if you've used the After Effects text library, some of these sort of look similar to that, but these are all in full 3D and they're made really, really nicely. Actually, this one's kind of one of my favorite. If you double click it, it'll open it up. This one's really cool. So let's go ahead and play through real quick. So you can see that these are completely rigged up with Espresso, and inside these there are a bunch of different effectors. They got all these different delay effectors and spring, and it even comes with dynamics. And all you have to do is put in a new spline, and let's go ahead and put my name in here. If we have a new spline, we can dump that into our fractured text extrude, and we can just delete the old spline. So now we got my name in there. So already you can see that this is sort of a nice launching place to be creative with. You can go in here and change on all these things. One thing is timing control, and that's simply a slider you can drag. So say you want the animation to be a little bit longer. It's as easy as doing that slider, and then all of a sudden your animation's a little bit slower. So really, really easy to customize. You've got all of your positions, scale, rotation, spring controls, everything set up with Espresso. You can change the amount of your spring, etc. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. So you can see that there's a bunch of other ones, including some ones that are quite dynamic, where they kind of fall down onto the ground, or I think some of them even explode out. And then we have camera presets, which kind of gives you a little preview of. Let's try Helix. So this is basically going to bring in a camera rig that will do a camera move around the type. And they're all set up so that the type goes in the center of the world, and these cameras, if you go ahead and double click them, they're going to go ahead and rotate right around the world so everything's lined up. All you have to do is go into your camera and check it on, and then you got your camera move already set up. And then you have your MovieType camera helix controls, where you can change your focal length really easily, and you can change the timing of the camera move so it's over a different amount of seconds, what frame it starts on, which is really cool, the curve for the timing, path control, shake controls, like how much it's shaking and on what axis. I mean, the Espresso rig is really detailed, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. So that is just the MovieType and the camera. There's tons of other stuff. If you go into the materials, there's no less than 40 different presets. They also have lighting setups. So a 3-point lighting setup plus some ones with colors. Let's go ahead and do a simple basic 3-point lighting setup. If you go into your lighting controls, you can actually change where they're all pointed in orientation to your text here. All right, what else we got here? We have scene presets with backgrounds. So we got a bunch of different backgrounds. Some of these kind of fractally noise ones I don't think will be too useful for my workflow. I don't really like them that much. But the ones on top with the sort of the subtle vignettes and the different colored vignettes will be very helpful. There's also seamless scene with some more of those, and including some floors that are sort of reflective and set up. We also have reflective skies, so you can go ahead and add these sort of light domes and things that'll add some reflection to your scene. And what else we got? The full scenes, pre-rigged setups of every step. So it has the text, the animation, the camera, the background. So let me just show you one of these guys. And then remember, you have to twirl this guy down and go into the camera move and turn that on. and now we have sort of a preset animation, and it's all ready to go. So I'm actually really impressed with this. For the price point, if you're in a broadcast environment where you have fast turnaround things, you can just open up these guys, pick out a preset that's going to kind of work for you, and you can use that as a base for your creativity, and you can make your own textures, or you can go through his textures and pick one of those. You can use a camera and go ahead and use that at least as a starting point, and then maybe change the spline to kind of tweak and modify what you're doing. I think this has a lot of potential to kind of open up doors of animating type in a way that you didn't think about before. But I would encourage you to go into each of these rigs and figure out how he did these things. Definitely use this as a way to be more creative. Use this as a tool to push yourself even further in what you're doing. So I hope that you check it out. I really think it's 100% worth the money. I'm really glad that I got it. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. That's it for me. We'll talk again later. Bye, everybody.